Hi Leo, welcome to your August 2017 overview reading, and happy birthday to those of you who have your birthday this month. If you're interested in getting a free solar year reading, I am going to be sending those out at the end of July if you're born in July, and August if you're born in August. So go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. I'll talk about all that at the end. And then I also have a class that I'm launching this month, or this month as in July. So I'll talk about that at the end, as well as how you can get a single question reading, how you can work with me, and all of that good stuff at the end. So I'm just going to lay this out first, and then we'll get into the monthly cards. Let me know how you guys like this reading. It is a new spread, so trying to keep it fresh for everybody. Okay, and let's see what's coming through for you this month. For today, I surprised myself. So there's a certain level of confidence that's coming from the actions that you take. It's just like you're surprising yourself in ways that you didn't realize your own capabilities within whatever it is that you're doing. Here's the Paulina Cassidy card. Relaxation. Stop your world from spinning by partaking in well-deserved moments of relaxation. Take a break, take a chill pill, do all that stuff. Do things that really feel like they're in affinity with you this month. That's going to be really beneficial for you. So listen to your body, be gentle with yourself, practice self-care, do your Leo thing, and live luxuriously. And if you have questions about finances, abundance, manifestation, these are the Doreen Virtue Angels of Abundance cards. So here's your insight for that. Clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing a heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You will already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Now, the thing that's standing out about this is emotional debts. I'm not getting a huge hit in terms of financial debts. It really looks like there's a lot of energetic stuff where perhaps you haven't shown up the way that other people have shown up for you, or perhaps you haven't been spending time where you feel you should be spending time, or balancing your time. So kind of own up to it, even if it's uncomfortable. You know, people are generally pretty forgiving, so just keep that in mind. And then this is going to be the timeline for the month, just kind of broken up into quarters. And the Mythological Abstraction cards are going to be your growth period. The Morgan Greer, which is this deck, is going to be your advice for each quarter. And then the Slutist Tarot, that's the pink deck in the corner. That's going to be your romantic relationships, romantic partnerships, or if you're dating, just like love life overview. Oh, and this read is good for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, in case you're wondering. Although I do find that these monthly reads resonate most with your sun sign, so that's where you'll get the most information. Okay, and then we'll do a 3-card pick at the end. All right, this is what's giving you confidence this month. It's all the socializing you're doing is really expanding your network, helping you call in the right people, the right opportunities. It's all about your community and your network. Okay, and then this is what you can do for your health this month. Balance. What? How are you spending your time? How are you giving back to yourself? How are you giving to others? Is your diet balanced? Are you over-exercising? Are you under-eating? Are you overeating? How many desserts are you having? You know, it's all about moderation, balance, taking care of yourself, and listening to your body. Really focus on that. I mean, that's a huge point for this. So it's like if you're socializing, yeah, that may be making you confident, but you could also have adrenal fatigue. You could have so many other issues. You could be burnt out. You could be exhausted. And that is not balanced. That's not always healthy. Socializing is healthy. Spreading yourself thin isn't. Okay, this is, this is what's satisfying you. Your abundance. It's just like you've been able to call in a lot lately, and so you're just kind of sitting pretty, like you're really, really comfortable in terms of your like your financial situation. That's why this looks more emotional. So I'm getting like you're just super comfortable. You feel good, you know, everything is just really coming together and satisfying for you. And this is what makes you proud. So like your accomplishments, your flexibility, and your ability to pick and choose which direction you go in. This has been coming up a lot for people, is like you're really proud of, look how free I'm able to be in, you know, my life right now. You've set yourself up in a position to choose whatever you want. And so that's something that's giving you a lot of pride. But the reason why you're able to do this comes from your network. It comes from your community, other people who are able to give you inspiration, job opportunities, whatever. It's coming from your community. Okay? And this is, where do you need to have a sense of humor? So this is like, you know, typically this is a dreams coming true, but what I'm getting, this is different. This is not having a sense of humor about your dreams. This is just, you don't look very focused. You actually look a little bit confused. You actually have too many options. You're super comfortable, but I mean, it looks pretty confused. So it's kind of like you really need to be gentle with yourself as you figure out what you're doing. So this is, the energy of this card is like, I don't really know what I'm doing or where I'm going. Have a sense of humor about that. And I don't think that there's going to be, I think you're kind of going to be in this space for a while. There's not going to be a lot of focused, grounded action taking. You look comfortable financially, and that's kind of opened up so much space for you that you actually look confused. If we're put in a place of pain and discomfort, then it forces us into action, and we don't have a choice. That's the whole point of pain, is we want to avoid pain. That's a huge motivation for us. And you aren't having pain, which means that you're not really having a whole lot of motivation to make changes in certain areas. Because you really have opened yourself up to anything is possible. That's not always a good position to be, just because you have an abundance of options. Okay, how can you be generous and give to others? It looks like you're just able to be a support. Like you're just able to kind of sit and be a listener and provide insight. It doesn't look like you're giving anything tangible, or your time, or you're like getting to work with somebody. This looks like you're just kind of sitting back and being a listener and being a person that other people go to, and you're just kind of like, yeah, you know, kind of the therapist role. I hate to say that, but just a set of ears, and that sometimes that's all people need. And so I'm getting a really strong impression that it's very gentle energy. Okay, and then what can you recognize in others to kind of, this is like, what do you admire in other people that's going to help you this month? Their dreams and aspirations. It's kind of like you really want a potent dream. You want a fixated point. You really do want this, but there's so much convoluted energy here where it looks very confused and like there's too many options, there's too much going on. As much as that was like your ambition, it's kind of like, okay, now what? Yeah, congrats, you got there. You have freedom. Okay, now you actually do need focus. That is something that is going to help you. And so, you know, it just looks like the moon card actually looks like dreams. You really want a big dream that you can work towards. So it looks like you're seeking some motivation, some big goal to even move towards, because you don't really have that right now. Look, we have 3 moons. That is like bleeding confusion, like a lack of direction, just all over the place. Yeah, so you do need some direction. Let's see what's coming through for what you can recognize in other people, like what you admire. Is there, yes, their ability to manifest. So it's like getting from the place of conceptualizing your goal to the point where you're actually calling it in. And that's something that you really admire in other people and are trying to create for yourself. So you totally have the potential to do this. You know, it's not an issue of your ability to manifest, but you have to have a direction. You have to have a vision, and you have to be clear. This is totally unclear. You've left way too many doors and paths open. This is actually becoming a problem for you. So just keep that in mind. Okay, and then I'm going to clarify like where you need to have a sense of humor. I'm going to clarify this confusion. Yeah, like you just don't have an idea. You really need ideas. You really need ideas. Get together with someone who helps you brainstorm. Get with somebody who is like someone who can help you get to the place where you feel more connected and have ideas. Someone who's innovative and creative would be a really good fit for you right now. So think about someone who is doing something that you really admire. Go talk to them, go hang out with that person, go ask for help. Okay, and then I'm gonna clarify also what makes you proud. I'm going to clarify the 7 of Cups, because these 3 cards really, we kind of want to give some structure to that. 8 of Coins. So, oh my God. You need something to work on. You desperately need something to work on, because now it's like this is going to lead to boredom and complacency. I see it already. When, you know, one of the things that you can manifest is a vision. Is an idea for where you want to go. It's not this elusive thing that some people have and other people don't. But you have to ask for guidance. You have to ask for it in order to receive the messages. So if you feel lost, ask. That's all you have to do. And it is like you want something to work on. So you can easily obtain that. You just have to get to the point where you're asking for it. So your first quarter growth period, Ace of Wands. So it just looks like you may have a seed of an idea. You know, that could easily be the case, but it's very mild. It's kind of in the shadows. It's not coming full force, and it doesn't look like you're taking action on anything. It's just kind of like, oh, I'm in this place that's high energy. I think you're still kind of in the community phase where you're really enjoying spending time with other people, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see what the advice is, though. Yep, tap into your intuition. Call on people who are intuitive, who are able to help you create your ideas. It's this person. It's like someone who works really hard, has a lot of ideas, and is able to manifest. If you can find that person in your sphere, I mean, just try to spend as much time with them as possible, and like make them not in an, you know, don't exploit the person. That's not what I'm talking about, but it's just like really try to connect with them. And in your romantic partnerships, 2 of Cups. Okay, this is nice. So like either reconnection with a partner, or you having a really good idea of what you want to call in. Because it doesn't mean that the partner is going to appear in the first quarter. This is more fluid. The timeline for you, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. So the 2 of Cups is like there is a reconnection, a certain level of intimacy that's going to be coming in at some point in August. Okay, and the second quarter growth period, 4 of Cups. So it just looks like you're really sitting with yourself. It looks very quiet. Again, it's like you had this little burst of energy here, but you go back to being quiet. And I think that you might be in the manifestation process here. And the advice is like, just keep moving forward with what you have been doing. It's not, this doesn't mean you're sitting around not doing anything. It just means that, you really need to focus. And so keep working towards that. Don't, stop thinking about your big vision and trying to figure out what that is. In your romantic relationships, Queen of Coins. So who embodies the grounded, stable person who can kind of do the organizing for you in a certain way. This is either you stepping into being that person in partnership, or calling someone who's able to do that for you within a romantic relationship. Perhaps like the Queen of Coins energy is something that you realize is a need for you within a relationship, and think grounded, organized, structured, someone who has it together and can kind of calm this down. That's really what you need, is someone who can facilitate you to getting to a place where this is a cohesive vision. Third quarter growth period, 3 of Cups. Again, you have more of the like connection, celebration, socializing, working with people, kind of like going out all the time. You're really active. And so just be mindful, you may need to balance that, because it looks like this is completely out of balance with other areas of your life. So this may not be as healthy as you think. It's like, yeah, okay, you're meeting people, but you also have to sit and do other things and work on other parts of your life. Okay, your advice. Yep, and there's something you're avoiding. Totally. It's like there's some work that you don't want to do internally. I'm really sorry, but you kind of have to face this. You kind of have to deal with the pain, and just be aware of that. Okay, so then in your romantic relationships, 5 of Swords. Ooh. There's something, because these 2 are connected, it's kind of like you may not be as available at that time for this person, or whoever this is. It doesn't look like you're exactly available because you really need to get this done. You kind of need to shift that out of your space before you're available. So, yeah, just be aware of that you're not going to be in this lovey-dovey space. You can still manifest a partner, but there's a level of pulling away and doing your work that's keeping you from fully investing in the relationship. Wrapping up. Okay, so you are in this really dreamy, this is I believe it's the daughter of Uranus, if I'm not mistaken, in Greek mythology, if I remember correctly. But this is like a very elusive, dreamy, so you kind of come back to this space where you're confused again. It looks like you're really trying to ground through socializing with other people, but you're really avoidant of this right here, and so it kind of puts you back in this state where you're just kind of la la la. I'm not gonna focus on any pain at all. I'm gonna ignore everything. Okay, your advice, stay abundant. So like, you know, you are gonna, at some point you are gonna have to pick one, but you know, if you keep the mentality of, oh, I do have lots of options, that's great. That's not a bad place to be. But just keep in mind that, you know, at a certain point you are gonna have to pick one. It looks like you kind of want to check out. There's not a lot of stuff that's like you just want to invest all your time in socializing. And there's a great need for you to insert balance so that you can resolve all of this confusion. And like, there's just so much of an, like, there's so much water sitting here. It's overwhelming. This is the key area right here. This is actually causing problems. So some of you may see it differently. Go ahead, you know, fight me on it. Tell me that you love having all your options available and not having any sense of direction and being lost. Sure, go ahead. You know, whatever. It's all up to you, right? I'm just looking at these cards here that I threw on the table. So let's see what's coming through for your romantic partnership, wrapping up the month. So there's a certain level of maturity that's coming through. This is either someone coming through who's acting really mature, or this is you kind of taking more of a mature route. And it could be also you like ready to confront that and just be like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and deal with some of this and kind of work it out. So it looks like you're actually able to show up a little bit more during that stage. Okay, and then we're gonna do a 3-card pick. Go ahead and ask a question, focus on the card that's calling to you. Whichever one resonates most, it will either act as advice or to answer a question that you have. Card number 1. 6 of Pentacles. Okay, give and take. Really focusing. I think this has to do with clearing your emotional debts. If you picked this card, I would really be mindful of how much are you giving to people, how much are you taking, you know, is there something unresolved where it's like you may need to give more? Really focus on all of those elements because it's going to be really, really important for you this month to resolve that, because it'll open up a lot of other opportunities for you. Card number 2, Death. Serious transformation, right? This is no joke. This is like you completely are trying to clean house, but you are pretty distracted. So it's like the desire is there, but there's going to be a lot of transformation. If this were, if you asked a specific question, this is like completely clearing it out, rebirth, transformation. I do have a friend who, she was born during an eclipse, and this is her eclipse return during August. She is completely going through like a rebirthing process. So that's kind of what death represents. Okay, and card number 3, the Wheel. Oh God, I cannot stand this card. Like, anything could happen. My least favorite answer, and the absolute last reason I pick up a tarot deck is to get an anything could happen card. But it is like, I don't know, it could go any way. You kind of got to work on manifesting. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, who knows if they're the right person for you? I don't know. It's just it's more confusion. So sorry if you picked that card, but it's, you know, I guess that there is a certain level of lessening involved in not knowing, which is my least favorite thing to work on, but hey, it's right there in the cards. Okay, so that's all I have for the reading for August. If you, again, are interested in getting a free solar year reading, sign up for my newsletter. You'll get updates on all the stuff that I'm offering, discounts, giveaways, all that good stuff. So it's in the link in the description below. So I'll be sending those out at the end of July or August, depending on when your birthday is. And if you're interested in developing your own intuition, please send me an email. I would love to hear from you and get you in class. I have a few spots open left. We start on July 30th, and it is 6 weeks of full hour sessions with me. They're live, and you will also get them emailed to you, the emailed recordings. So this isn't the last time I'll offer it, but it is like my first round of students. So you're welcome to send me an email for that. If you want a single question reading, they're $10 a piece. I'm in the US, so it's whatever currency converted into the US dollar. And you're welcome to send me an email with your full name and question, and we can get that started for you. And you get, a photo of all the tarot cards and a description of everything. So people have been enjoying those. So if you just have something that you want me to answer for you really quick, I now have an option for that. And if you want to book a session with me, the link's in the description as well. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, and if you want more stuff, go follow me on Instagram and Facebook, because I do a lot of readings on there that aren't available on YouTube. So like more 3-card picks. I do live readings on Saturday and Sunday. I do Q&As every Saturday on Facebook and all sorts of good stuff like that. So follow me on there for more, and I will see you next time. Bye.